Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another race on the SMO 90% Open uh, tourney. We are live on Division D on a race between that guy, and eden8. How are you doing, Monica? You are joining me here today.
Yes, I'm joining. Hello, I'm doing just fine. How about you, Combo?
I am doing pretty good. Had a pretty lazy day today. So yeah, it's nice to have the energy to get back into commentating again. It's been a while. The last time there was like a tourney was the bingo tourney, and I don't know, did you commentate that on
Yeah, I did commentate that. The bingo tourney isn't even over. That's the thing. It's still going on.
True. It's been going on for a while. I'm very hyped to see like the conclusion of it and who will win and whatnot.
Oh yes.
Who are the finalists right now?
We don't have finalists. We still need I think it's Bugfish and BP to play.
Yeah.
Because one of them had internet issues for the last couple of weeks.
Oh right, yeah. Well, that does kind of put a plug in it. That is unfortunate. So yeah, we'll just see whenever that bomb drops. I'm very hyped to see this race. We're just waiting for the timer to run here, and we'll be off. What are your expectations, Monica?
I am unsure. Of course, I'm rooting for both players. Their PBs are quite different. I mean, Eden comes in with a 127, and that guy comes in with 109, 109.59. So it's definitely interesting. There's quite a difference, but then again, at this level in SMO, anything can happen at that point. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm quite interested to see how things go.
Yeah. I think it's pretty normal not to have like, expectations that everything will go smoothly as you see in like top levels, so to say. The most interesting part about like this range is, as you say, like anything can happen, which ranges to like Jaxi skip deaths to lost deaths. I mean, that still happens in like 102 level, but
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, the timer says that it's started. I don't see anything from the players just yet.
Maybe because of the offset, but I am also not sure about that.
Yeah, you might be right. We might be dealing with a slight offset here, as Monica just said. So the timer won't be entirely accurate, but we'll see. Might be technical difficulties. Yeah. All right. The timer has stopped, and I see that that guy tapped back into Odyssey, so I think they might be starting soon. Yeah, that guy started, and I think Eden is starting any second now. Might be a slight delay on their stream, because I can see the little cappy icon stop, pausing every once in a while, so their stream might be slightly delayed. All right. As we can see, that guy is in cap, as that's where you start, and cap is kind of a it's a pretty low stakes kingdom. Sorry, shouldn't have said anything. I was gonna say the only thing that can really happen is, a death at the first triple jump, which is exactly what happened. I might have commenced a commentator's curse, and I am sorry if I caused that.
Also, I'm just noticing Eden's stream is frozen on our end. Or is at least heavily lagging, because on their stream they are already going.
They are.
So yes, they are
Okay.
currently going, just not for us.
Yeah.
Anyways, that guy going through Frog Room, I'm still unsure, but I'm pretty sure Frog Room is one of the three. It's one of the major causes for time loss in cap, because
Oh,
the
yeah,
frog
for
movement is
sure.
just weird.
Yeah, 100%. One thing that I saw was that guy doing some pretty large jumps with the frog, which what is my point? That does cause additional time loss because like you are overshooting by a lot, which causes frames of time loss, but all of that does kind of add up, which is something you don't really have to mind too much at this level, but it is something to note.
Definitely. So a little update on Eden's stream. It apparently is working now, and they're already making their way through Cascade.
Yes.
So I
And
believe the
oh yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I believe that the bridge there for that guy kind of got in the way of things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's
Yeah. We
kind of
can
interesting.
we can see that Eden is ahead, indeed in ahead. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words. But this probably won't last too long. I am rooting for both of them, but if that guy has a sub 110 while Eden is still at a 127, so we'll have to see how long they can keep up this lead.
Yeah. So that guy is kind of catching up. Eden is just now performing Dino Skip, while that guy is already at the is at the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Oh, and Eden missing Dino Skip. You hate to see it.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us.
Oh yeah, for sure. It still happens at sub-hour level up until you go for chest clip. It is just like one of those tricks that you think you have down for like 3 months, and then all of a sudden, like, just one magical Tuesday afternoon, you just stop getting it, and then you have to rework it all over again, and it's the biggest pain ever.
Yeah, I personally believe that trampoline is specifically made to annoy speedrunners.
Oh yeah, for sure. That trampoline was not there to support Mario to get up or to let the dino jump up that little slope. It was made to annoy speedrunners specifically. Nintendo knew that. They thought we are not adding a speedrunners mode and we are not letting them do it. We are just not. Unfortunately for them, we are. And it's become one of the biggest speedrunning games in Mario history, right?
Right.
Alongside with Sunshine 64 and as of not so recently anymore, Galaxy as well. I remember when Jay used to come in with the 2P and it just popped off. It was a legendary moment in the speedrunning community.
Yeah. So Eden has had some trouble with the Madame Brutal fight, which did kind of make up for that guy's time loss in after the cap death.
Eden recapturing the chain chomp a few more times as that guy has made their way to Sand Kingdom, and we'll see how that goes because that is quite a bigger kingdom with a lot of possible things to happen, mistakes to happen, and route the versions. So is that the right word?
Excuse me.
Like
Yeah, route divergence. I know what you
yeah.
mean. Yeah, the routes
Yeah.
kind of. It kind of all depends on what the players prefer. Um, Considering that guy set up DSTA, he's very likely going for that. I'm
Yeah.
unsure. I think I have seen Eden do DSTA, but I could be very wrong.
I mean, they might still do manual, because Eden has been around the SMO speedrunning scene for quite a while now, and yeah, they are very familiar with the trick, I feel like, so it might be a thing they opt going for. I don't know if that guy's getting it because of the bridge death. Did they plant the seed or did they not?
I think that guy did plant the seed,
Okay. Um,
but it is getting very close, considering that the bird took a bit of time and yeah, as you said, the bridge death.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
And
If that guy is going for manual, and I saw that Eden planted the seed as well, so very possible for us to see um a manual DSTA here. As a matter of fact, we probably are.
yeah, very likely. Yeah, and already they're going through the system settings and changing the time of the date.
Yeah, exactly. And for us, okay, there we go. That guy's back. Mario was flying there just for a while, just chilling in the air.
Happens. It happens sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't really see it, but I think Eden might have missed the bird and is now waiting for the bird to come back.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. They missed the bird because of the wire capture.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, one of those mistakes that you tend to make at like 130 or like, any level to like 110 level even, I believe.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean,
All right.
the um the bird does come at a weird angle sometimes, and
Oh yeah, for sure. The bird is definitely one of those moons that I can imagine would be a harder moon to get if you're like playing the game casually. Like even with speedrunners, we can see that it is obviously, a harder hitbox to hit, so to say, if that makes sense.
yeah,
And
it's weird.
yeah, and people who don't speedrun this game and just play it casually, obviously have um, a less better control of, or a less better grasp of the controls given to you, especially with Cappy or homing in and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't remember ever getting that bird moon until I played this game, speedrunning wise. But I can imagine it being a harder moon. Anyways, we're far past that, and Eden is now getting the Dram moon, as I like to call it, despite them not doing Dram, and that guy falling into the poison and unfortunately dying, taking a death there,
That is tragic.
and making their way back as soon as they possibly can, taking quite the route. I mean, I can imagine that they are feeling panicked right now, still getting that Luigi hint art, which is it's a pretty good idea. To what do I want to say?
I am
To,
not exactly sure.
yeah, sorry. Take the opportunity giving to them even with that mistake.
Yeah. I'm not sure I know what you mean, but I do want to point out Eden did miss the Lone Pillar Moon.
Oh,
While we were talking. So I am assuming that they're gonna go for some kind of backup.
well,
Oh,
we'll see.
interesting. So that guy is going from Oasis to Jaxi Ruins. I have not seen this backup ever.
Me
I mean, it
me
does make
neither.
sense, I guess.
Yeah. What I've always done and what I've seen multiple people do is like after a death, when they don't reset, they usually just like make a beeline towards the Jaxi ruins. But this is, I don't know if this backup is faster, but it certainly is like a good alternative.
It is definitely interesting. I would love to know if that is faster.
Because now they can like instantly, yeah, go back to the Odyssey. Right. This is what I meant at the beginning of this race. Literally anything can happen. We can see route diversions like this, and it is certainly interesting, put it like that.
Definitely.
All right. Both runners will be making their way to Lake. That guy being in the lead as of now. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not expecting much, probably just a Rango fight. I am not expecting a Lake clip, especially not a triple jump Lake clip. But, you know, if we see it, I will certainly be shocked.
Definitely. I'm not expecting it at all, honestly. I mean, realistically, you don't really want to do either of those tricks or strats in this skill level, I would assume.
No, for sure.
Oh, and that guy missing the zipper, that's honestly, it happens too much.
Oh, and bonking all over the place. It does happen. I used to try and back it up by like getting a high jump out of the water and trying to cap bounce and then try to up throw into the zipper, but sometimes Cappy misses the zipper and then you're just like stuck in like an endless loop and it sucks. I don't know if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean. It happens more frequently than I want to admit, honestly.
Yeah. It is a pretty good backup, but if it doesn't work, it's just like annoying. Eden cashing in on that time save of that guy falling down there, and that guy going. Oh, Eden's trying to capture the fish. And getting the fish now as that guy is headed into Rango. And yeah, one of the most interesting things about the skill level is that Rango can cause some problems like that. I am so sorry. I definitely caused that. Okay, good. Yeah, Rango can cause a lot of goofy mistakes with like a very, very weird hitbox.
Oh yeah.
Once you get it down though, at like, you know, when you're wrapping up your Lake Kingdom journey, and eden8 not getting the moon. I think the best thing to do, like when you are swimming around the moon like that, the best thing you can do is like shake with your controller, and then the fish's hitbox will extend, so you can easily grab the moon.
Yeah. I'm.
Oh no.
Oh,
Eden,
the Rango
no.
begins. This is far too familiar, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it brings me back.
Oh yeah,
Some
yep.
early SMO days nostalgia, and not in a good way. Luckily, they still have their 100 coins for Wooded, so they will not need to collect the coins or to worry about it. Oh no.
Oh god. This is very sad to see. It does happen to the best of us.
Rango is just messing with Eden like a Elden Ring boss fight. This is tragic. While that guy is now headed into Wooded and making their way to shop, and Eden finally teaching that rabbit a lesson never to do that again and to die
Yep, they got it.
peacefully.
And I mean, the comparison is kind of funny, if I'm being honest, as Chad pointed out.
I can imagine like going in for that third attempt and hearing the epic music of like Elden Ring or any Souls game. Like that
Yeah.
was playing in my head as that third attempt started, and that's why I pointed it out. Kind of funny. All right. We probably won't see a nut clip, right? Maybe an attempt, but I'm not sure. Probably not. It's like 103 level, 105. Never mind. Proof data's wrong. Damn. Okay.
And
I
not
thought
getting
that
it.
worked.
I honestly still don't really know when you can tell. Interestingly, still going up this way, I don't think that's... I'm not sure if that's really the
Optimal?
best, optimal or the best choice when you don't get nut clip.
Yeah.
You're probably often better off just doing the normal nut clip route. If the shadow against the nut remnants has a gap, it worked. Really? That's how you can tell?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I usually pay attention to the shadow, and I don't really pay attention to what the shadow. I mean, I do pay attention to what it looks like, but in my head, if the shadow is like all messed up and Mario's shadow is like heavily into the wall, then I know like okay, this is probably gonna work. And sometimes I use the up warp that Mario does to see if it's worked, but that isn't very consistent. That can just mean like, oh, nice up warp, but you won't clip in, you know.
Yeah. Okay, I am not... I just kind of hope and that it works, and it usually doesn't.
Yeah.
Chat did point out that going up is slightly faster than the no nut clip route. Interesting.
Right.
I did not know that.
All right. Eden, understandably not going for nut clip, which is yeah. So, what we saw it that guy do was the gory route, right? Which is like an alternative if you miss nut clip to still kind of go that route, so to say. And what Eden is doing right now is the beginner route for Wooded. And what that guy could have done was intermediate route, not Goryuya route. I thought it was called Goryuya route, but I might be wrong.
I'm gonna be honest, I have never heard that term before, but then again,
What?
I don't know names. Excuse me, my voice is dying, I don't know why.
I'm gonna have to ask Zach again. I have not played this game in a while, and I might be getting things wrong. I'm gonna have to ask Zach about it. But yeah, it is basically the intermediate route, and what we saw Eden do was the beginner's route, and I think that that guy automatically went for the intermediate route because for me too, the beginner route is just like so unfamiliar that just going for that instead of like nut clip route without the nut clip would seem so weird, you know.
Right. Um.
Also, I think that guy is out of wooded here in a bit.
Yeah. I.
We are seeing quite the gap here because of the Rango fight. As
Yep.
that guy is headed into Cloud and Eden is headed to the first story moon here in Wooded. Also, what did you want to say? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
I honestly forgot, but it's fine. um. But yeah, even now getting the story moon. I'm not sure if they're going for FRS. Um.
I would say probably not. Even I still struggle with that till this day. Unless they do like a dive setup, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
only loses 3 seconds.
I honestly.
Like,
Yeah.
right.
It's fine to not go for FRS, especially if you're inconsistent with it.
Yeah.
I personally do like to go for it with kind of an half of an own setup that somehow works for me and half of a setup that I saw someone doing once and always remembered.
Yeah.
But that's just simply because I refuse to take the flower road. Even if I fail FRS, I'm trying again. But
That
that's
is
only me.
fair. Yeah. Um, it works for me now because I do like a cat dive into the fence and then like a long jump and then triple jump off the fence and go to the tower that way. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but it's like if you don't get the story moon, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of know what you mean. But that guy going for fast hats and not getting it.
Oof. It is kind of the level where you start doing fast hats, right? Like sub 110.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, don't go for them because they're scary. And
Yeah. Oh,
also,
fair.
they're I'm wildly inconsistent at getting the right angle for them. But like, I think that doing fast hits at that level is probably not a bad idea.
No, for sure. What PB do you have, if you don't mind me asking?
116 something. I forgot the seconds.
Oh, that's more than fair. At like 115, I spent like 3 hours in Cloud just redoing the fight over and over until I got it down. And that's just kind of what you do. You just spend like a little bit, or you kind of mess around with it over the span of like a week, and then one magical day you just get it down. That's kind of how that goes.
I
But
mean,
yeah, I if it loses time for you or you're like inconsistent at it, then I definitely recommend just opting to go to save way, because yeah, it's either lose a few seconds or lose minutes. So,
yeah.
and that guy going for a triple jump off the spinning propeller. I haven't seen that before. Get
I
the height.
have also not seen that before. Interesting. Um, Eden arriving in Cloud very soon.
I'm very curious to see how this will go and what they will do. They could opt to try um fast heads. Who've taken a death first. They
That's
probably won't do it. But again, they've been in the community for a while, so they might attempt it. Yeah.
Right.
All right. That guy's shooting the torpedo and going for the moon under the bridge. Will we see them getting it? Yes, we will. I'm probably just taking a death and yeah, teleporting to the Odyssey. That is more than fair. Only loses about a second, which is
Really?
not something to worry about at this level. Yeah.
Really? Only a second? I thought it was more. I remember seeing this on some spreadsheet a few weeks ago, or a month ago, saying it loses like at max about 3 seconds. It don't, but 1 second. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I am not familiar with timings enough to
Back in the day when I learned the lost death teleport thing, it said a second, but you know, times could change. That's been like 2 years, you know, since I learned that strat, so it's been a while. They might have free timed it, and it depends which skill level you are, of course. If you're like very fast with like roll boosts and spin throws and all that stuff. That guy, what the frick? What was that? Landing on the pixel, 1 pixel away from falling into the void.
That is quite insane. What I want to know is if that was planned or if that was just pure luck.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I want to know. Eden making.
Oh, sorry.
I just wanted to point out Eden making their way through Lost and yeah, it's meme tree time.
Yeah.
It's
all right, making it, which is a huge W. Let's go. Let's see how the butterfly moon goes as well, because I feel like when you get the first 2 moons and the last moon, then you're like, you know, kind of in the clear most of the time, unless you know, have like a bad interaction with Klepto, then yeah, you get your hat stolen and it's just a mess.
Right.
Let's see.
Oh, right, I remember this. Eden is going for a slightly different route, doing cave gardening instead of, I think instead of propellers. Or instead of the, I'm actually not sure what moon they are replacing.
Maybe bridge?
I would assume it's bridge.
It has to be, right? Because it's like, because the dive into the moon is like kind of precise. So yeah, I would say bridge as well. And that guy is headed into the Wiggler fight, and of course going to do Giggler. I'm kidding. That is not something you do at the skill level. Let's just hope that we don't see a free cycle from both runners, and I think Eden almost died there.
Yeah, this is why they got the checkpoint.
That is more than fair.
So yeah. I'm curious to see, because I do not remember what moon they are replacing.
They seem to be getting... Sorry, I'm having hiccups. They seem to be getting everything. So, again, I would probably say bridge.
Yeah.
And I do not know what cycle this is. I have tried to learn it. Like 8 cycle? Is that a thing? Does it look like an 8? I'm not sure. Chat, feel free to roast me over this. I have not studied my Wiggler patterns. You are free to give me an F. Absolutely. It's just 2 cycle. That is factual.
But I think not.
Or is that like the name?
If you're referring to the I'm pretty sure you're referring to the pattern, right? And not the cycle. I don't know the pattern from the top of my head, but
I do remember the name of the pattern that is like the slowest, which is like the bomb pattern, right?
I think so, but
It's supposed to be like an O.
yeah, but honestly, it's just like chats, and no one knows patterns except for top level runners.
I'm pretty sure if one is called zigzag, that's what it was. True. All right. And that guy is headed into Day Metro and capturing the guy with the little RC car. That is possession of a person, which is very messed up of Mario to do. And we will just proceed like nothing happened.
And Eden sadly missing the right angle, I think, for getting up this building. Honestly, one of my biggest problems back when I started running.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Night Metro is not a good kingdom for beginners. It is wildly inconsistent. You are met with some horrible tricks right off the bat, and
Yeah.
yeah, it is just not a fun kingdom at all, or split, I should say. No kingdom is fine. It is just like a not so fun kingdom, to put it in friendly words.
I mean, to be fair, Metro is by many considered the the worst kingdom in the any percent speedrun, so
Oh yeah, for
we
sure.
might as well go with Kingdom. Also, Eden is going for the swinging in the breeze moon during Night Metro,
Yeah.
which would lead me to believe that they have at least a slightly different route for Day Metro than you'd normally do at this level.
I think I did that when I was starting out as well. I do not know what they are looking to replace or to do otherwise. We'll have to see. They might get the garbage moon and then like not have to do the free fall.
Right. That could be the case. I mean, I used to do that too, but then I realized that it's kind of redundant to go for the garbage moon later and then just go the same way. But that might
Eden having a
just
struggle.
with
Yeah, no, for sure.
City Hall is it's a toughie.
It's so much fun. If I were joking, it is a horrible part in the run for beginners to experts alike. When you take a fall here, it is so unforgiving, and you instantly have the urge to reset and just peacefully turn off your Switch and do something healthy for your mind.
yeah. This is also pretty sure why Eden is going the long way. They have stated that before, that the jump across, no matter how you do it, is just very scary, and especially at beginner level, wildly inconsistent. And
Yeah, for sure.
and Eden's stream is lagging again. I hope that's. I'm not actually sure what I'm hoping for, but Eden is entering the Wiggler fight now, while that guy is almost done wrapping up Metro.
Ooh. Eden getting bullied by the Mecha Wiggler here. Let's see. Let's hope that they get a 2-cycle Wiggler. We'll have to see. And that guy wrapping up what did I say? Wrapping up Day Metro and headed to Snow, which is also just an unforgiving kingdom in my opinion. It has so many weird sub areas that you are forced to do, and yeah, we probably won't see a snow gem either. Let's at least hope not, because that is just like a wild thing to implement at this level.
Yeah, definitely. So
And
yeah, Eden missed the 2 cycles sadly. If I had to give my opinion on how that happened, or how that happened, I'm pretty sure they were way too close with the tank, so they couldn't really see everything from the Wiggler. And
Yeah.
if I'm being completely honest, that happened to me so many times. It is quite something.
This might be a 4-cycle. Yep.
Oh, that is just very sad to see. The PB difference is also. I do have to agree. The PB difference is kind of weird in my opinion.
It
But
is.
that is kind of how the seeding works, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not involved with the planning, but this is something I do have to say. Having someone with a 109 or a 10 and almost a 110, but still a fairly decent time. Playing against a person with a 127 is a little bit much, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is a bit messed up. 130 to 110 range is wild. 20-minute difference. Oh, and we can see that guy buying a costume here in snow, just, doing some all moons, if you ask me. I mean, that's cool. And Eden having a struggle with the dram here, but I think that gets, yeah, for sure. This is one of those drams that when you see it at first, like you see other people do it, you think like, oh, easier said than done. And then you do it and you get used to it and you're like, oh, that's not that bad. And it's like so weird to me that it's that easy. Also, is that snow clip? Nice.
That is snow clip. Okay, interesting. I was not expecting snow clip in Division D, but okay, that's.
We love to see it. That is a W in my book.
Interesting. As pretty much everyone in chat has pointed out, it is kind of impossible for the lower divisions to have more agreeable differences between the runners, which I do understand. I mean, you can't have too many divisions, and you can't just tell people that they can't participate because their PB is too bad or something. But it's still something doesn't sit right with me pitting 109 against 127.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Also, we just missed one of the biggest time saves in the run. That guy saved 1 whole second by blowing every spiny off to their death and leaving one to live and grieve with the horrible traumas left behind, and then to just get pushed off by Mario and Cappy to get that moon.
Yeah.
And yeah, all jokes aside though, when you leave one spiny alive, and you get it later, it apparently it shortens the camera pan range, and you save a second. So it's pretty cool.
Right. I'm still not sure why. I mean, I could have just missed it, but why that guy decided to get the outfit?
Probably just because they have so much time. They know too that like I think they are watching stream and they know like, oh, there's such a significant lead. And they know that they are probably not PBing. I am not familiar with how many mistakes you can make at this level, but it's probably not going to be PB anymore with like the cap dev and the what was the other dev that guy took?
Jaxi skip.
Jaxi skip, yeah. So like even at that level, that's too much time to lose. So yeah. Sorry, what is chat saying? I'm not keeping up.
Half of chat is changing topic. Other half of chat is discussing something else. I'm not sure.
If it wasn't a valid outfit, then I would say it's Porsche. Oh, they're talking about the outfit change.
Oh yeah, I mean, if it is because that guy knows their head, then I'm not too sure about it. But I don't know.
I mean, would that be considered like a toxic thing to do to like get an outfit that isn't relevant to the run?
I don't know as well. This is not a good time. Give me a sec. I will be
Anyway.
right muted for a second. I'm getting a call.
Yeah. All right, chat. You will have to do with me for a second. Excuse me. We are seeing that guy in Seaside, and Eden is headed to Snow right now. And let's see how they do. We might, probably not, but we might see a fish dip attempt. It doesn't lose that much time. I think about 5 seconds. I mean, I don't know, give or take. It might throw you off for like a bit, but we'll see. Probably not, though. No. It would have been cool, though, because we've seen some pretty wild things from that guy so far. We've seen a nut clip attempt. We've seen well, I don't know if you can really consider it that, but we saw a triple A clip attempt. At least in my opinion, it was kind of like an attempt. And we saw a successful snow clip. Hold on, chat. Give me a second. We saw a snow clip attempt from that guy, and it worked. So yeah, we will see what they have in store for us furthermore.
Right. I've also returned. I don't know if I said that.
All right.
But yeah, it's been interesting to see what that guy is going for during the run.
Yeah,
I would not expect some of the things that they went for.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that should work. The first one didn't work because like the shadow was still like fully in, so the fish wasn't really out of bounds. I don't think. Ooh, a little bit of a struggle, but that guy stayed careful because even they know that if you fool around too much there, you will clip back in and you will have to go all the way back or answer the Sphinx's questions or question. I think it's one. But yeah, they are playing in Japanese, not Japanese. Simplified Chinese, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. I think simplified is the fastest. I mean, technically you could remember the Sphinx question. I think it's the fourth one, but even then, or traditional. Okay,
traditional.
Thank you.
Sorry.
But it is still quite a time loss. Excuse me.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Ooh. Eden headed to Snowclip, and we probably won't see an attempt here. We are.
Cypher, no, that guy isn't using a webcam. It's just the layout is not well made. It's not the correct layout.
It's messed up. No.
Which also I'm pretty sure makes restreaming a bit more difficult, but
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that the coin counter is like, slightly out of the borders of the stream, and yeah, which is unfortunate and does make it harder for our restreamers. Holy, nice
That's an interesting
little,
vault. That's cool.
yeah, nice vault. I was about to say. All right. I didn't say it before, but that guy is in luncheon, as you guys can see, and Eden is collecting some moons. And they will have to collect one more story moon here and a secret moon, and will then get the moon in Rango room, probably.
Right. Meanwhile, that guy defeating Spewart. Oh my god. Excuse me.
That is okay. I am stumbling over my words as well, and my voice is getting very dry. Yeah, that guy having to think for a moment where the moon was again, and then remembering and getting it, and headed back out. While Eden is wrapping up Snow and headed to luncheon here, not luncheon, seaside here in a bit. I also see some pretty. Alright. I think that guy has practiced luncheon movement, at least like post sub area movement. Unfortunately, gonna take a bonk here and falling down. Yeah, it's a classic. Happens to the best of us. Was some clean movement to the overlooking the ingredients moon though. That was pretty smooth. At least the mountain moon is called overlooking ingredients, right? Or am I wrong?
Yes, that is that is the moon name. I always get moon names confused.
And that guy burning Mario's butt on the pan, not what you like to see, and collecting the Pillar Moon here, and yeah, about to go to Fork sub area, a place that should be pretty, or like a sub area that should be pretty lenient to go through, but can cause a lot of trouble for a lot of runners. All while Eden is headed to Seaside, and yeah. I haven't seen like beginner seaside movement in a while, so I am very curious to see what they will have in store for us. Also, I'd noticed that that guy did not look down. Up, I mean, which usually causes the cycles and forks room to start. Unless I missed that, but I don't think I did. Anyways, it didn't matter in the end. They got through it. And Eden is having a little bit of trouble here.
Honestly,
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Interestingly, that guy is going for vaults, and we are lagging quite a bit. But going for or went for the vault to get to this moon. I'm pretty sure that
is
going with the portable is faster. I mean, I do it too. Yeah, lava bounces aren't faster. I'm pretty sure they're slower if you're not doing spiritless.
Yeah, Chad said it that lava bounces are indeed not faster. I used to do it myself because I hated the potable movement and I was too lazy to study it. And my friend Jack in the Box gave me a bit of a reality check. Said like, "Bro, this is not faster. This is in fact slower." start to learn this movement, you are losing time. And I was like, oh, because I was doing it for like half a year. So yeah, to any aspiring Mario Odyssey runners, anyone who is at like I'd say 109 to 105 level, or 104 even, is where it mostly happens. It is not faster to copy every single movement that the world record holder does, because Spiritless Luncheon does not have Podoboos, and the runners are forced to do lava bounces and stuff like that. And back in the day, back before you guys, most of you at least, got into this game, I would assume at least, back when Spiritless was discovered, it was quite a hot topic whether Spiritless was even faster or not. Because one, it had some pretty hard movement. Like even the first vault past the Spiritless area, or Spirit area at least, was tough. And the other stuff, like all of the vaults and triple jumps onto invisible blocks, were awful. And all of that for, even if it saved time, well, it saved 7 seconds, but still, right? It only saves like 11 seconds, maybe. I might be wrong, but
I
yeah.
I don't actually know, honestly. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can
So
you
yeah,
walk back in?
but my point being, lava bounces are not faster. They are a measure that runners take to get across because they don't have the Podoboo. Anyway,
Right.
yapping session over. Um, Eden
In the
is
meantime,
getting out of Seaside, and what did you want to say?
yeah, just pretty much the same thing. Eden getting fish clip after having missed the unfortunate moon, unfortunately a bit. And now getting to leave. Meanwhile, that guy going through ruins.
Yeah, and Eden is practicing some capros. All right, there we go.
I
Headed to luncheon. I think their controller might have bugged out, because I saw them using the camera function, or what is that called? The snapshot function, to point towards the globe and then capro. So yeah, it might have been a bug.
that might very well be.
And yeah, that guy is headed into Luncheon, one of the most underestimated kingdoms, especially at like a beginner level, in my opinion. Because if you take a death in phase 3, you will lose an incredible amount of time. And everyone who has ran this game, or is running this game, has had a ruined death, I would have to assume. It is a part of everyone's learning process, in my opinion. I don't know. Have you ever taken a death in Ruin, Monica?
I have to admit I have not, but that's mainly because I back in 2019 I started running this game, and
Okay.
but I haven't been active since this year.
That is fair.
Because I just wasn't motivated, and also it wasn't really fitting in my time to run this game. But that's not the point. And back then, I used to do the refight quite a lot,
Yeah.
because I was bored. And pretty much because of that, I am relatively consistent at Ruined, I would say. So I
Yeah.
have not taken a death there in my runs.
I mean, putting yourself through the hardest challenges does make it easier in like the arguably easier versions. So yeah, well done for you, honestly. even when you were bored, you were subconsciously practicing and preparing yourself for the speedruns. So yeah, well done.
Right.
Eden is collecting a hard bean, so to say, like a red bean. I don't know. They are beans, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Doesn't matter. They collected it and they have prevented the longer healing animation. And yeah, nice job. I don't know if it saved time, but
I
having to sit through the animation is just not fun. So I don't blame them for getting that hard at all.
right. I probably would have done that too.
Yeah, for sure. I see a lot of top runners, at least like 2P runners, they extend Cappy and get the heart for them. And I am jealous every time I see it. Like, wow, imagine having a Cappy who can do that for you instead of just having to take it.
Right.
Cannot see what is
The stream has
very small updates here. We can Eden is about to collect the guy has been the ogre, so that guy's probably head into the area right now and either getting the turnip and throwing it into the pot and collecting the moon as we speak. All right, we are dealing with some technical issues here, chat. Holy. Chat was having some issues as well. We just saw everyone come here at once, and the screen has gone over to Eden, and we cannot see any updates from that guy as of this moment.
but if you do want small updates, I can still give you the updates.
I would appreciate that. Yeah.
That guy is currently going to the bunnies. To the how do you call it? To the bunnies moon, yeah.
Yeah, the bunnies boss fights. Yeah.
But for the meantime, we are only looking at Eden's game.
We are seeing Eden versus Eden. This is really, really close to the frame. Honestly, I cannot tell who's going to be winning this one.
I too cannot tell.
Alright, going into forks. Eden as well does not pan up the camera, which is understandable. We do not really expect that at that level. Or this level, sorry. And I'm gonna shut up here for a second. It seems to be going well. Yep, smoothly. Nice job. I did not want to curse that. That was.
Can't have that
I
for a
am
third
so
time.
sorry.
Oh my god.
We are back.
Oh, we're
No
back.
more double Eden.
Amazing.
I am sorry for the Eden fans. We have to disappoint you. We cannot give you double screens of Eden's gameplay anymore. We are back with that guy's gameplay. And as we can tell, they are collecting the moon right now.
And also
to make.
Also having gone for Topper first, which I disagree with, but everyone has their own preferences,
Yeah.
I guess. Internet died. Okay, thanks, Mulan.
And Eden is not getting up on the mountain, unfortunately. This is what most people I feel like are scared of. The people who do lava bounces, like this is one of the biggest pains ever. It's just one thing that you have to practice and kind of deal with. Kind of
That's
terrible to like. Wait.
that's kind of the other reason why I still did lava bounces for a while, because
Yeah. Also, blind
because
jump. Oh,
bonking, that is
taking a death.
unfortunate. That is very unfortunate.
That is about 30 seconds if they did not get a checkpoint, which they did not.
It did not.
Very unfortunate. They did get the moon though, so they can just kind of make their way back up. And they will not be blinded now, so yeah. Which means they can make the jump pretty easily now. They still did not have a lot of vision, but it was enough. And it's that guy climbing the big wall and headed into the mech fight here in a bit. Let's see. Will we see a meltdown or will we see a perfectly optimal boss fight from the mech? Which we always see. Mech never goes wrong. Never. It's the easiest boss fight in the game.
I love the mech boss fight. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, interesting. would have not expected that. Would have expected. What would you call it? Yeah, it's birdless. I would have not expected birdless.
Okay then, and that guy daring to do birdless with a low battery. Or their Switch just crying out loud, charge the Procon, which they cannot do at this moment because they are in the middle of a race.
I'm gonna be honest, I know some runners that have better PBs and do not go for birdless, so that is very surprising to me right now.
Also, target acquired, let's see how it goes. I don't think this will work.
Nope.
Yeah, no, they are opting to do it the slow way. That is more than fair. Smooth back up here.
Eden is leaving luncheon, meanwhile. Not doing all too bad.
No. And headed to ruins. As we will see that guy indeed having a very smooth mech, which I was not really expecting. No flame to that guy, but mech generally, tends to do its thing, especially in races. We always get treated to some classic mech molding. So yeah. We will see that guy headed to the moon. Which is not a reference to the song. That is also called Going to the Moon or whatever the fuck. Oh, sorry. Whatever it's called. Language. Sorry. Alright. Also, are we supposed to like promote the league or like the SMO any percent tourney during this time in ruins, or
I'm not swearing.
Sorry. Alright. Do you want to do it or should I do it?
You can, if you want, you can take that over.
Yeah, for sure. So, okay. This race or tourney would not be possible without our wonderful restreamer. It says Bliplow, which is a very good restreamer too, but today we have Mulan doing our restreams, sweating his butt off for everyone here. So yeah, thank you very much, and thank you Dansta for organizing this tourney with the Plan B what's it called? Hold on. Plan B Esports channel. And yeah, thank you for our wonderful racers for joining this tourney here today. We have that guy and Eden both giving us a lot of very cool content and footage here. So yeah, thank you. It's been a very cool race to watch so far. And I want to thank Monica for co-commentating with me here today. Without you, my voice would be much more sore. And yeah, I appreciate you for sitting here with me. It has been very cool so far.
I can only give that back. It has been a very, very cool, very cool. How do you call it? I don't know words.
Yeah,
You know what I
I'm
mean.
struggling with the words as well. Let's just say it's been a very good experience thus far. In chat, we have a lot of links posted to the Twitch channels of those who have helped make this race possible here today. I suggest you give everyone a follow, excluding me. I have been inactive since 2022, so unless you want to stare at a blank screen, go ahead. But I should suggest you follow everyone else. They are all kings and queens. And yeah, would not possible. It would not be possible without them.
Very true. I can only agree. Also, we have more games or more matches coming up after this one or around this one. I do not know the schedule from the top of my head, but
I can check it out.
for example, right after this run, we have another one coming right up from Division C. Nup versus Witch Runner. Very excited to see that as well. And more. I don't know if we have a schedule that everyone can look at.
Yeah, I have it in front of me. The race after this is Noob versus Switch Runner, commentated by Troy O'Fadens and Oracle guitarist, restrained by Dansta. And oh, I forgot to credit one person. Pajulu is keeping the stats here for this race and the next one. So thank you very much, Pajulu. You are the best. And after that, we have Cog versus Schnit, if I pronounce that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. And the last race of today is Dragons versus Karate Man. So yeah, that is the schedule for today, and tomorrow and Sunday we have 2 matches as well. So yeah, loads to look forward to.
And thank you, Dan, for adding the command. Now we do have a schedule command, so you can look at the schedule if you do choose to. And Eden is making their way through shots. And okay. I'm looking at, okay, I'm looking wrongly. And is almost done with them.
Also opting to do the...
Oh, interesting. This moon.
Yeah, this moon. I don't know if I can name it. This is a family-friendly channel. I think. So I will not say it. But yeah, it is. It has a notorious name in the Mario Odyssey community, and not a lot of people. I'm sorry, Dansta.
But about that moon, I actually don't. Actually, just, oh my god, I cannot talk. I don't think I've seen anyone going for it in the speedrun. I don't think it's the fastest moon. But it sure is one if you struggle with the other moons that are available to you.
Yeah, for sure. I think Eden is preventing to go for the box moon and the Birdram moon.
Yeah.
By doing the poking its nose into the whole moon. I'm just gonna name it that.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Headed to the bunnies right now, and that guy is wrapping up. Probably not with a 111. We had a lot of delays here today, so I don't know what it is.
Does look like a 111. I would say.
What does it say on the stream?
1:11:15 actually. So this timer isn't the most accurate, but then again, I don't know if that guy's timer is accurate. But it is the time that is showing up on theirs.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
that guy taking the dub for today's match. Not today's match, but for this match. And yeah, GG's. Ending it off with a 1:11:15. And Eden is still going here. We'll see how this goes. I mean, is this still within PB range for them? I mean, anything's possible, right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure this is in PB range.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We might see a PB here from Eden today. Let's hope that they don't get nervous. And we'll see. Yeah, this is classic topper. You are handling it very well, Eden. And yeah, only losing 1 HP. I've seen people die in this fight. I've seen people walk away with 1 HP.
I have died in this fight so many times.
Me too. Way too many times. Yeah, the topper mold in bunnies is just such an awful classic. So yeah, props to you, Eden. You pulled off something. I don't know. I can't do words today. You know what I mean?
Right. Also, Eden did go for Harry at first, which I personally believe is the right choice. But again, that's up for discussion in this community, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, this discussion has been going on since speedrunning of Mario Odyssey started. That was back in 2017. So how long has that been? 7 years. It's been going on for 7 years, and people still can't figure it out. It might just be one of those things that's opinion-based. There's no right or wrong.
There's definitely no right or wrong, but I do think it's a fun discussion to have. Yeah. Not in the sense of there's a right answer or wrong answer.
It's just fun to see people go lose if it's like, in a friendly way. Just type in chat, hey, this first is the best, and you can quote me, and then you'll just have like 100 chat messages arguing with or against them in like hopefully a fun manner,
Right, yeah, exactly.
As long as it's like with good sportsmanship, it's all good. Like if you actually get heated because you disagree with which side is the best, and honestly, why?
Yeah, that is not really productive. So Eden is in the mech fight.
And yeah, has not fallen off yet. Can tell that they might be a little bit nervous for this fight, which is perfectly understandable. Making their way back up, hopefully
yeah, that's kind of the thing that happens when you have to resort to going with the bird. It is difficult to get the right angles for keeping yourself on the mech.
Yeah, for me personally, I absolutely hate it when I miss target acquired because I find the backup to be really hard. So yeah, especially with like the bird, I can imagine getting all the bubbles with like a very moving mech can be pretty awful.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, they have made their way back up, and they are probably opting to get the topper bubble next, which is more than fair, because like the mech only gets like worse as you go. If I'd have to like give them a tip as like a commentator. I know shouldn't give tips, but like I see that they have their camera off like a lot, which can make reclimbing the map to be pretty hard. So like centering the camera every once in a while might, do some miracles.
Right. Unfortunately, falling off again. As I said, it's kind of. Oh, that is also very unfortunate.
Come on, you can save this, Eden. Let's go. Right.
But yeah, something that happens quite frequently. Oh, did they not get the input?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. I'm getting a call. Okay, this is stupid.
I'll let you do the call.
Excuse me.
I got this. We can see Eden struggling to get the bunny. Hopefully getting it next time. You got this. Come on. No. They are staying on top, which is very impressive on its own. And finally getting the bunny and wrapping up this fight. I would like to give a very specific finger that I will not name because of my dedication to not cussing to this mech fight. Honestly, what a crappy boss fight. I am really... I'm trying. Yeah. As Eden said in chat, this pace is still very much alive. All of the pace spells are free to stay. We do not have a reason to fear a dying PB just yet. We have a lot to look forward to.
Definitely.
Welcome back.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that I'm back. That's also interesting. I forgot that I have returned. Anyways, yes, I am back. Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to in this. So,
all right, we can see that guy doing a lot of epic jumps and having a lot of fun in Mushroom. Honestly, the post win or PB or whatever run around in Mushroom is just it's so underrated. It's like it's one of those things comparable to like crashing on the sofa after like a long shift at work or school for that matter. It's just like the relaxation after having like a tough time.
Oh, definitely. I quite enjoy my time running around Mushroom just after finishing any run. If I'm being honest,
same.
Just doing some movement and really feeling the accomplishment.
Yeah, and kind of just like yapping about the run, It is
Right.
like you need to give your mind the time to like process what's happened. I feel like it's very comparable to work, school, or anything really. A lot's just happened in like 1 hour approximately. Like you've lost some time, you've saved some time. Very obvious things, I know, but still, there's a lot of crap happened, and honestly, sometimes you just need to run around and yap with your friends on a call to say like, wow, I did not expect to fall into deep woods and then still PB, It's just naming an example.
Right. I mean, if we're being honest, Super Mario Odyssey is quite the exhausting game to play. I somehow feel very exhausted after every run.
Oh yeah, for sure. It is very taxing.
So I quite enjoy the time of just having this kind of state of a clean mind after the run, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, for sure. I feel like, yeah, you need to give your mind that time to process you know, as I said.
Right.
I think that's one of the most healthy things to do, because one of the things that is not talked about. Also, I know I will come back to what's happened with Moonskip. Don't you worry, chat. I just need to finish the sentiment. In Mario Odyssey, especially in speedruns, you do not get a lot of time to process what's happened. You know, unlike 64, you collect the star and you get like approximately 3 seconds of like, you know, you collected the star, and like, you know, kind of think like, okay, cool, I did this trick, and now I can go on to the next. And you know, that's why some people prefer 64 over stuff like Odyssey or 60 or Sunshine or Galaxy. I'll give you time to like, you know, give yourself the time to like process what just happened. Odyssey gives you no time. The
Yeah.
only time is mashing, and even that has BTT sections, you know, so like, yeah, you only get that time to process after an hour. That is a lot for most people.
Yeah, definitely. Also, Odyssey does have all of those very annoying, if you ask me, motion controls, which make the thing even more taxing, as you have to constantly be moving, whether it be rolling or doing motion control cap throws.
Oh yeah, for sure. It is very taxing on your wrist. For sure.
Definitely.
For me, I stopped playing this game for like 2 years because my hands just hurt constantly. Not in like a carpal tunnel way, but like, you know, every time I would like play for like hours a day, I would just like, my wrist would just cramp and it would just be awful. And I just like thought, okay, I have to look for something else. I would just rather watch instead of just going through this, you know?
Right. Yeah, I totally understand.
Anyways, back to the run, if
Yeah.
you don't mind.
Yeah, I was about to say like we should probably go back to the run soon.
Yeah, what's happened with Eden was they had a few struggles with the Bowser fight. Fortunately, no deaths. Did fail on the moon skip, which was very unfortunate, but got it the second attempt. And we are still seeing a very good pacer here. It might be a little bit close, but I have faith. And hopefully
right.
Eden doesn't mess around and try to do the SS. It's a meme at this point, but I really hope that they don't do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They also didn't go for 2D skip, which I do understand. 2D. I haven't implemented 2D skip in my runs since for a long time.
Okay.
So I understand not wanting to do that, especially on when you're on pace. So even though I was pretty sure we were short on time, apparently we are doing interviews.
Yeah. So if that guy or Eden wants to come in for an interview, you are welcome to come and talk about your run.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
yeah, we will give you the option to either just tell your story, you know, just like talk, or we can ask questions, whatever you want.
Right.
Whatever you prefer.
Eden, excuse me. Eden, meanwhile, going through pillars. Or starting pillars, I'm not sure. Yeah, going through pillars.
Yeah, this might be a 126, right?
This is pretty close to 126, yeah.
Unless we see... Nope, I'm not gonna say it. Unless we see a certain something that tends to happen in this room, we will see a PB from Eden, which is very hype. This is the first match I've commentated for this league, and I immediately get to see PB, so I'm very hyped. Go
This-
Eden! Go! Let's go! That's PB.
So
GG!
that is GG's to Eden.
GG's
Very,
in chat.
very good PB.
GG's chat.
GG's. I'm not sure if the timer is right. I will check once. Oh yeah, the timer is actually right for Eden. 1:26:37.
All right, that's a minute.
GG's.
GG.
A minute and almost a minute of a PB. It's not quite there. It's 4 seconds of a minute, but yeah, GG's to Eden. The PB has been achieved.
W.
Very, very hyped to see, and yeah, if both runners want to
If you want to come in for an interview, you can come in and yeah, we
Yeah,
will
you
talk
can-
about the speed run and the race and how you feel. We will have to keep it brief though, because we will have another match here in a bit. So yeah.
yeah,
I can see that the new commentators and runners are preparing themselves in the
Yeah.
waiting room. So yeah. Hold on, let me look in voice text. Okay. I do not see anyone in the waiting booth. So yeah, probably no interviews then. So
I
if
will-
that's the case, do
I
you want to
will-
wrap up?
I do want to hold off for a second and ask both of the players if they want to. If they both say they don't want to, then I guess we can
Oh,
wrap it
yeah.
up.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
they may just have not seen the Discord ping.
Yeah, true.
So I will give them a second to respond.
Yeah. Apologies, I might have hasted that a bit.
It's fine. I mean, we do have to kind of cut it short, but I do want to give the opportunity to have the runners talk about their run if they want to. If they don't want to, that's also fine. But
That
everyone,
guy will unfortunately not be coming in for an interview.
Eden is also I want to say refusing, but that's not the right term. Is also not coming in for an interview, so we can wrap it up. Do you want to do it, or should I do it?
You can do it if you want to.
All right. So yeah, that was the race between that guy. That guy. I cannot pronounce his name. And eden8. I thank you all for watching this very interesting race. We got a PB by Eden, which I think made this all the more worth it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we will have another race coming up shortly again between Nub and Switch Runner. Yeah, be sure to follow the races, the commentators, even though Combo, you said you're inactive, and also the restreamer Lan and the stats keeper. I'm not sure if we have a command for that.
If you want to know, Pajulo is our stats keeper, so if you want to check that out, yeah.
Yeah, right. All right. I think that's good for us, and we are good to move on to the next match.
Yeah, thank you for co-commentating with me, Monica. It's been cool.
Agree. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Have fun with the next match, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.